What is going on, guys? Mike Butler here for another edition of the Mike Butler Podcast. It is Wednesday, the 10th, I believe, of May 2017, and we're shooting the shit. And I'm very excited about this Shoot the Shit episode because everybody here, he's been on the show, Topher McCann. We've had draft episodes. I've been on his show, Brocast Podcast. Make sure to follow them on Twitter. But I don't think we've ever just sat down and shot the shit.
Nope.
We've always had an agenda, and there's no agenda right now. I have a guideline of what I want to talk about, but other than that, it's pretty much free form. You feel me? So, Toph, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just living the dream.
Thanks for having me back on.
Hey, man. Any fucking time.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So, what's been going on over there at the Brocast?
Brocast. Let's see. This past week we just put out. Oh wow! Oh, it was a mini episode, which we do. There's different kinds of episodes of the show. Recently, it's just been. I guess I'll just get. There's like Brocast episodes. Yeah. There's mini episodes. Sometimes it has like characters we have on, some crazy characters. Sometimes it's just a shorter form of an episode. Sometimes it's just me. That's what our most recent one is. And then we have the notes on notes and the movie nights. But this week's is a mini episode, and it was me just shooting the shit solo, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
And just talking about which I didn't think I would cover along. I think it was like 37 some minutes. And once I saw how long I went, I was like, I had a lot of shit to talk about. So this week is just kind of catching up everybody who listens to the show. Just some things that are going on recently and what's going on with the future. And it's about it this week's episode.
Oh, can't wait for that.
And then just the rest of the month we do notes on notes. It's our music-themed episode once a month. We've been doing it.
Yes.
And we pick like a celebrity, athlete, someone famous that you didn't know had an album. And coming up, we have Alan Cumming. We have coming up. This I didn't even intend to do that. It's just natural.
Yes.
Yeah, so Alan Cumming, the actor, he was Nightcrawler in X-Men. He has an album.
Saw the picture of the album art. Was he Loki in like the Son of Mask? You ever see that?
He was in.
I don't know
Son
why
of the
that
Mask.
movie.
Yes.
All movies pops into my head for him, but
he was in a couple doozies actually.
I don't know.
I believe
why.
he was in a Spy Kids movie. I think.
Yeah, he was. I think he was in. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah, he has an album. It's on Spotify. It's called I Bought a Blue Car Today. So we listened to the album. Not like we listened to like the first chorus and first verse and a little bit of the chorus while we were talking over it. And there's a bunch of nonsense going on. A lot. It's just riffing and joking around and kind of avoiding listening to the album for the first half of the episode, but inevitably get into it.
So when you do these notes on notes, do you ever like find any of these albums actually really good that you might listen to regularly? Has anyone that you've done an episode about made it to your playlist?
All right. Yes, definitely. Actually, I've been pleasantly surprised by some. Like, our first episode was Hulk Hogan and
loved it.
All right, it was Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Traveling Band.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And it's amazing. Every song has Hulk in it or Hulkster. He's talking about himself. It's amazing. There's one's called the Wrestling Boot Traveling Band. I love it. It's like it sounds like a Jimmy Buffett song. You can sit on the beach, just drink a margarita. The album's not great, but it's when you're listening to it, it's pretty amazing. There's been some surprises though. Terrence Howard, we did.
I don't think that's too surprising. I mean, he's on like Empire now and stuff.
Yeah, It's not, but it was more like he's not the greatest singer.
Yeah.
But the songs aren't bad. I'm trying to think what else. There's been some ridiculous ones.
How was the Robert Downey Jr. one? I know you guys did Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. was pretty bad.
Really?
It wasn't the
I had high hopes.
it was very he just thought, like we were saying, like he kind of just thought he deserved like a Grammy for it or something. Like he didn't like the way that the public took it. So then he was like saying, I'm done with making an album ever again. But it wasn't. He sounded, I remember we were joking throughout the whole episode. He just sounded like a different person every song. He was like, oh, this is Eddie Vedder. He's trying to do Springsteen here. Like it was always, he just seemed like he was trying to imitate somebody else each song. So, Paris Hilton.
I didn't know that.
But Joe Pesci, when we did the recently.
Yeah. Joe Pesci with an album. That's great.
But we have a lot coming up. We're getting ready to record a few. We usually try to do them in a little bit of a bulk and then put them out. So we haven't actually been in the studio recording a Notes on Notes in actually a few months. But we're caught up for one more, I think after Alan Cumming, and then we're going back in and recording a bunch more.
So then I'm thinking of something else. You have a double feature coming up, you said, I believe. I'm assuming it's a movie night? Yeah,
for movie night, we've made a huge mistake. We do that the last Monday of every month, but just this month, sometimes we do back-to-back movies. So the last 2 Mondays of the month, we're doing a buddy cop double feature.
Right, and the one has Jay Leno in it, right?
Yeah, Collision Course with Jay Leno and Pat Morita, and then that's from 89. And then we're doing the following week Loose Cannons from 1990 with Dan Aykroyd and Gene Hackman. So, yeah.
These are great episodes coming up, guys. Please check them out. They're great episodes coming out. I can't wait. And I have to check out the Robert Downey Jr. one still. That one I really had high hopes for, and I think you're wrong. I think it's good.
You might like it. I have to give a shout out to my co-host for Notes on Notes, Jared Schaefer, my boy. What's going on?
Oh man,
love you, Jared.
So I actually have. I think this is the right one. So when I first started doing the YouTube and stuff, I would actually get some random comments about like my shows and stuff. And correct me if I'm wrong, he has a YouTube, right? Or
yeah, it's probably under like a surname.
Like the Hunt for October or something?
Oh yeah, it won't be anything that like references how you could bring it back to him. He likes staying completely off the grid.
Right, but for some reason, I mean, I don't know where I saw Jared, but I think I saw his a Jared name somewhere.
I saw that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He did leave.
That was him.
It's one of his rogue comments, but
right.
Yeah, he's like untraceable. I found his father follows the show on Facebook and Twitter and all that, but Jared is completely off the grid.
That's take.
Which hey, it's not a bad idea. Maybe I said to him, I was like, if I didn't have a show and everything, I would completely be off there probably as well.
Absolutely.
And also with that Robert Downey Jr., we've had a guest on one of them before, but that's the second Notes on Notes where we have a special guest, which is my wife, Krista, is on there, and she gets a little toasted during the episode progressively as it goes along. So
I definitely gotta check that out.
It's always fun.
So you had a birthday this week.
Oh yeah, just recently turned 30.
Wow. And I wouldn't have guessed 30 at all. When I first met you, I was like, you're fucking 30.
Yeah. I still get carded for shit, but...
Well, yeah, especially now you don't have a beard.
Oh, yeah, with this, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Game over.
But, yeah.
Do anything special?
No, actually, we have... I can't say that because me and my wife ended up cutting a deal for... I've been getting hassled by my buddy Shane Doc and Dom Mallon, who've been on Brocast before. They've done my Brocast Does WrestleMania. They went last year and did a coverage out there for me.
Yeah.
They wanted me to go last year, and they've been hounding me to go to New Orleans next year for WrestleMania.
Ooh.
And it was just like a no-go. Just, I got 2 kids, and just, the money's not really
It's not there.
there. Yeah, it's, I mean, I could, but we made an agreement. She's doing something with Nashville next year with her mom and some aunts and cousins, and I'm going to do Mania. So that's going to be my 30th/31st gift, I'd say.
Hey, it's not a bad gift. Now I'm like insanely jealous of you.
Yeah, so the place was already booked, the place we're staying at by Dom like months ago. So it's just coming up with the airfare and the ticket. So slowly we're gonna stash away, and
oh man, see, that's how you do it.
Something to look forward to. And I don't really like traveling that much, so I've done it to get engaged and go on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
But besides that, I like staying in the area. But at least, I mean, I'll be traveling with 2 people. I need a travel buddy.
Do you plan on traveling by air?
Yes, we're going to be flying out there.
You little air sick?
Yeah, I took a Zanny the one time to go to Key West.
Oh, okay.
Well, one, I was on my way to propose to my wife. This was 2008 we were going. And I was already nervous enough with I had the ring on me, not in my luggage, because I wanted to have it. But then the whole time I was just nervous that something would go off and she would find out about it. But I remember having a Xanax flying. We got to Miami. Then we had to get on a little small plane to get to Key West. And I barely remember any of that, but I did it somehow. And then I remember I had one on the way back, but I left the Xanax in my wallet. And I remember it just crunched up into just powder and just lint from the bottom of your wallet. So I remember being in the airport at a water fountain, just licking my finger and just putting it inside my wallet and getting some blue dust and something, I don't know, lint and debris from money, and just licking my finger, keep putting it in my wallet, licking. And at a water fountain in the airport. And it worked. I mean, I got a little snooze on the way home. And
there you go. Everything worked out. But yeah, hey, stash the money away, go to Mania. That sounds like a pretty good birthday gift.
Yeah, I can't. It was a good compromise.
No, yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to be like me, who we talked off camera, and I have to come up with possibly $7,000 and by August to pay for a big party coming up. So
yes,
don't want that.
Congratulations again on that. That's awesome.
Thanks.
All about compromise, man.
Second time
compromise. The
Just,
cliche: a happy wife is a happy life.
Yes.
I've had it said to me for years, and I go, yeah, but it's true, and I say it now. It's
But we're gonna give it a shot, and hopefully we're able to bring all the funds. I think we're able to book. We have enough money to book the date, which is I think $1,000 in itself, and then we gotta pay for the dinner.
Yeah,
and that's gonna suck. Everything else is gonna be fine.
DJ and all that stuff.
I don't even think about that stuff. So, I don't know if you're aware, but, there's been some content change going on around here at the Mike Butler Podcast. I changed the Facebook name from the Mike Butler Wrestling Podcast to just the Mike Butler Podcast. My Raw SmackDown review shows don't really happen, and I just plan on doing pay-per-view review shows. Just because those still get views. My Raw and SmackDown ones, they didn't really get views. And then, the SmackDown review show went from 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 20 minutes. I've just kept on getting shorter and shorter. Same with Raw. And Raw was also just tough to watch a lot of the time. So I haven't gotten a chance to do Payback. And we're not going to do the whole show, but just bullet points of what we thought, I guess I don't have anything in front of me, but on the top of my head, I mean, we can talk about this House of Horrors match.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think. I was like, oh, wait.
Right.
I'm trying to remember everything. All right. Well, yeah, that match got a lot of heat.
Well, I've heard mixed reviews. I'm personally not a fan of it because whenever they want to do something like that, whether it's a Wyatt compound or a House of Horrors match, I immediately go to total nonstop deletion.
Yeah.
You're just copying that, and yet I see on Twitter that Booker T is comparing it to Hell in a Cell, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It was – I mean, I remember hearing, like, the day, like, Saturday night that they filmed, like half of it, and then it was going to end up – it was just – the way they explained the match was just weird. Like, how was there going to be a match in a house somewhere where it was, like, daytime or nighttime there and then still daytime and whatever, and then have to come back and finish it, and it just seemed like a bunch of nonsense. It didn't bother me, though. It was entertaining. I mean, I'm not going to –
Right.
Just unnecessary.
The build-up was very weird because at one point it was for the title.
Yeah.
Not for the title. Then you got Jinder Mahal in some way, shape, or form involved. And, you could kind of call that. And as soon as they said it was not for the title anymore, you knew that Bray Wyatt was going to win. You got to get him over now that he's going to Raw. So, I mean, did I hate it? No. But I didn't like the concept of it. I didn't like them having to come back to an arena. I didn't like the fact that Bray Wyatt took a limo to the arena.
Yeah. I thought it was weird how Randy Orton was just in a limo shirtless on the way there with his like wrist, like hand guards on and everything. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Very weird. And, then Randy Orton apparently appears, when Bray Wyatt's in the ring. I kind of maybe roles should have been reversed there. Just saying.
Yeah,
but
I really just think it was all that whole match just ended up trying to just get heat on Jinder.
Right. And
do you think they're gonna put the title on him at all? Do you have any the more and more I'm starting to be like, wait, are they gonna somehow do this for just a little bit?
I mean, I hated it when he won that 6-pack challenge. Absolutely hated it. Don't want him around that title whatsoever. Mainly not because I don't think he deserves it, but because me, I'm a huge Finn Balor fan. And right before he went to SmackDown, he apparently concussed Finn Balor in the match. But
he did.
Balor's okay right now. But they had people doubting Finn Balor, giving him that injury-prone shit, that label. And Jinder Mahal, in my opinion, and some people will disagree with me on this, but I think Jinder Mahal is reckless a little bit. And I don't think Finn Balor's injury prone. But with that being said, I have liked the build up. Again, I have not watched SmackDown from last night. Kind of read spoilers.
Yeah,
but I've liked the build up so far.
Yeah, they're giving it it's cool that they're just randomly building somebody up. I like to see that more. I'm interested with the whole – I wonder if Rusev wasn't hurt, if maybe he wouldn't be getting this kind of – because I'm excited for him maybe to come back, but –
Well, yeah, I mean, he's coming back next week.
But he said just championship op. He didn't mention – the way he worded it, it didn't have to be the WWE championship. It could be anything.
Or something. Okay. Or the U.S., whatever.
But he should – that's what I was thinking for a while. I'm like, man, could they end up having Jinder Rusev or something at some point?
Ooh. Wow. You know what you
have Rusev as a face,
and they have that history. They used to tee him up and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that. I want the handsome Rusev t-shirt. I'm all about it.
God, dude. I think you might be onto something there. I didn't think about that.
Randy Orton is just
Yeah, he doesn't need the championship. He really doesn't. And if you're going to go with this, random guy getting the title shot, why the fuck not? Give it to him.
But I hear that they're going to do something with Styles and Orton, so. I feel like Owens and Styles isn't going to last long, and then Styles or Orton will have a program.
They could always go back to Styles and Orton. I feel like I already know that the Styles and Owens. I mean, Styles and Owens is going to be the match of the night at back.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so good. I can't wait for it.
I mean, it might not be no Breezango and the Uggos. So excited for that match, man. Dude, if they won the tag titles, I think I was generally, I guess, when the Wyatts won the tag titles, because it was the first time Wyatt ever won any kind of title, I was super excited. But, yeah, if Breezango wins those titles, I will go nuts.
I immediately thought of you when they became the number one contenders. I was like, he must have.
Yeah, I popped super hard. I was like a little Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Curtis.
Still think he should have gotten a singles push back in the day. He hasn't gotten enough credit.
They're just stupid. You have to check out their the Fashion Police, their skit they did last night.
I have to check it out. I saw the first one and I saw a GIF. I think that's what they're called. I keep calling them GIFs or GIFs, but I saw that, and I guess Fandango said Cheerio.
Yeah, but
Tyler Breeze is like, no thanks, I've already had breakfast.
They're so stupid. Yeah, but like Fandango walks, there's like a police line thing, and they're going to check, there's like paint on the ground, and they're saying like, oh, the Usos used to wear paint, but he ends up like, they go in to check it, like look into it more, and Fandango just keeps walking right through like the guard thing, and it just like drags along with him. Dude, and the way he just like talks in like a deep voice, like the way he talks is just funny. Like both of them. I love the whole little push they're getting. But
absolutely, and that's another example of just random guys getting title shots, just like Jinder. So I love that.
Yeah, and it's like they both deserve it. So, and I mean Jinder, hey, I mean they should have a good match. I think his finisher's kind of weak, but.
What is his finisher? I haven't.
Some weird. I forget the name. Oh, it just doesn't seem. He did it. Oh, I don't want to spoil the six-man tag match on SmackDown that they had.
I know Orton took a pin from Jinder. I just didn't. I didn't know like what his finisher was.
But I feel like there was still like. I feel like shenanigans happened. There was some kind of like little distraction thing or something before it happened.
Talking about this Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton match, I was surprised, mainly because the last I had heard there was heat on Jinder for Finn Balor, what he did to Finn Balor. 2, we hadn't really heard much about him. And 3, sensitive kind of subject with him being of whatever descent he is. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful and say the wrong thing, but
yeah. Well,
I don't know. Do you think like that kind of crossed their minds when making this decision?
I mainly think it's because of the whole India thing they're doing, because they're like out there.
Well, yeah.
Some of them they just posted. Stephanie was out there, but I definitely think that's a big reasoning behind it.
Right.
But also he's mentioning that he's being not from the country, right. And he's using it as saying you're going to respect me because I'm not like you. Like, I'm assuming, I guess, yeah, the company is telling him to say that. So,
touche. But I don't know. I just thought thought I'd bring that up.
Darka.
Darka.
Oh, darka.
So, like my favorite of the night, and the only reason I really tuned into Payback was Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, and you'll never hear me say that I tuned in for a Roman Reigns match, being the sole reason I wanted to watch a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, that was the main event. What else was on that card? I'm like completely forgetting. The Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardys.
That's when they turned. Alexa Bliss and Bailey. Alexa Bliss won.
Yeah, Bailey was in her hometown. She's gotta lose.
Gotta lose. After that, I'm drawing a blank.
IC title wasn't there.
Right, the IC title wasn't there. The Miz and Finn Balor were on the pre-show.
Do a segment. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I mean, Roman Braun was good. It was definitely the best match of the night.
Braun gave, and I'm very upset now that Braun Strowman is out for like 2 months.
Yeah. When I saw that they in like June or July already, they have the live show matches, and they already have Roman and Bray against each other. I'm like, come on, again?
That's terrible. They should stick them. They should just do Finn and Bray Wyatt for, I think, up until after SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think this is going to mix up everything now. I read something that they were going to do of course, a classic when things go wrong, a tournament to determine the number one contender for the Universal.
Oh, man.
For, I guess, Great Balls of Fire?
Yeah, new pay-per-view.
I'm assuming they might do it and then have the finals at Extreme Rules maybe. I don't know, but...
I don't... So, you just gotta... All right, so the original plan, I think, was for Braun and Brock to fight at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Now that's out of the picture.
Or no, I think it was going to be Great Balls of Fire. I think that's when he's coming back. Okay. And then...
Right.
And then whatever, again, would be the next month, SummerSlam.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like they're going to do something stupid, put Finn in the tournament, have him win a tournament that he wouldn't even have to win to begin with because he still owed a title shot in my opinion. So, I mean, again, I've heard rumors that they're going to try and do Lesnar versus Balor, which should have done it the night after WrestleMania. But
I think he's going to work Balor this year. I think he's going to work Rollins this year.
Think he's going to get Rollins this year?
I don't know. I definitely think they're going to hold off Roman until Mania next year.
I hope not. I really don't want.
I know, I'm going there, so I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm going in there thinking the main event's Lesnar, Roman Reigns, fine. Or at that point, it could be 3. They could do another one before that. They could do it at. I was going to say they could do it at Rumble in Philly.
Oh.
But.
Yeah, but I mean.
I don't know. I don't know how they it could be the third match at that point, but.
They could do Roman and Brock at the Rumble, and then just.
Oh, but then Roman would have to win that match, and they can't have Roman beat Brock in Philly.
Why would they have to have him win?
Because I feel like it would have to be 1-1 going into Mania if Mania is the blow off. You know what I mean? Well, like if Lesnar just. Well, I guess. Lesnar technically didn't win the first match, but I'm just thinking the way it was. I guess either way you could say that.
If they're asking, I mean, I know I say this every time they do something with Roman Reigns, but they're asking for trouble if you have him beat Brock Lesnar in Philly. That's worse than win the Rumble again in Philly. That's worse.
Or like I could see them having the match and shenanigans happen again, and then being like, what? And then finally having the match at Mania, like maybe a stipulate, like. Like they have the match again and some other shenanigans ensues again, whereas, I don't know, I'm just shooting the shit.
Right. That's still fucking don't want to.
I don't want to see that at Mania.
You know, yeah.
But losing Braun.
No. Yeah. Oh, my God. I thought it was great. I mean, him just internally bleeding, just fucking lovely. Loved it. And, you know, they've handled the whole Roman Reigns thing, the injuries and stuff, a lot better than I thought they would have. But they had to do what they had to do on Monday. Understandable. Get it. It just sucks, and now all these plans are just shot to shit, and you don't know what is going to happen.
That just reminded me. Did you see anything of Raw with Strowman?
Like watching Raw?
Yeah, like when he came out with the sling on.
Yeah.
Krista was sitting right next to me, and I said, "Oh my God, he's probably gonna have a match tonight with one arm like tied behind his back or something, like just joking around." And then slowly, like it happened, like Kalisto came out, and they ended up having a match, and I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
like what? This is."
Well, if anyone could do it, I mean,
That's what I figured. I was like, so I guess it wasn't such a far-fetched idea, but
not at all, especially against little Kalisto.
yeah.
Not bad. So I know we're just trying to figure out what was on the card, but like overall Payback, what were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was an entertaining show. I'm trying to always be positive
Sure.
while watching. There's so much negativity about it. Like, I'll say things I don't like, but for the most part, I mean, hey, people complain about like all the content or whatever, but I'm down with it. I enjoy it. Sometimes things can be
Yeah.
but
For me, just really just interested in the Braun Roman match. I got what I wanted. I got over Roman and Braun kicking Roman's ass. It was perfect. It was good. I liked it. It's just after that I know that the UK tour is coming, and it's nothing against the UK fans or anything. I think the fans are great. It's just every time they go to the UK for Raw and SmackDown, I just not interested. I don't know if the spoilers are up earlier or what, but like nothing's happening.
They don't bring it.
They don't bring it, right?
It's like the theme, like how the Mania, the Raw after Mania is always amazing. It's the same thing. Like, all right, when they're in the UK, the pre-recorded shows aren't really. There's nothing major that happens because then they know that it's going to go on the internet, and then But I mean, sometimes they could maybe one year they'll do it where something big will happen and it'll trend on. Twitter before, like in the afternoon, and then it gets everyone to go watch USA that night, and then your ratings boost.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm assuming they shoot live from London, right? So, like, why wouldn't they just have, like, an afternoon special, watch Raw, watch SmackDown for everybody? Because I don't know what time it is there, like, here when they're recording it, but...
Yeah, I think it would be, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon here.
So, like, I don't know. I thought that might be an interesting idea. I mean, they've been on USA Network for fucking forever, and I figure, USA can maybe do that. I don't know.
Like air it live and then and then replay it at 8 o'clock. I don't know what sponsors if they could air it twice in one, but yeah, I mean,
fuck, why not? I would watch it.
It's just the same when they won WrestleMania over there, and it's like, all right, well, that'd be cool for you, but for like it's like a big thing. That's like having the Super Bowl, like in a complete, like it's some things you can't really
do that.
Yeah.
Again, unless they decide to do that live and air it live, but that means like I'm getting up at like probably 9 o'clock in the morning to watch the pre-show stuff and all that.
Yeah. That's what all those What Culture dudes, everything they have to watch is all the pay-per-views. They do the live streams, all that stuff they're watching it super late. But then I don't feel bad for them because those dudes just get straight up paid to like make videos and watch wrestling.
I was watching a couple of them today, actually. They're all douches, I feel like. I hate them. I really do.
What Culture? I originally, like, I'll watch the videos. But I do kind of feel like some of them could be a little douche. Some of them, I think fame has gotten straight to that King Ross dude. I feel like
a little bit, just a little bit.
I like the Adam dude, but it seems like he's another one that could be.
Oh, man, I was just about to say he's like the douchey.
Yeah, but I know but I think he knows. Like, he's very hateable. Like, but he's also very.
He brings up good points, but I don't know. It's something about his face, I guess.
I like the bald one. Simon Miller dude. Yeah, he does like all the clapping stuff and everything. He seems pretty cool. He doesn't seem like a D-bag.
So, now that we got that out of the way, you went to the zoo.
Oh, yeah.
And you fed giraffes, from what I remember, I believe, right?
Hell yeah, giraffes and bisons.
bisons. What are they, like buffalo, right? Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It was terrible. That
terrible.
was like a waste of $12 to
Both of them?
bisons. The giraffes was cool.
Fuck the giraffes. I'll just,
Giraffes were like right up here. They were like entertaining the feed. Like they would keep like feuding. Like one would try to get in there and get on the food. With the bison just were like they were unappreciative of it. I
I
feel.
always felt like a buffalo is a very rude animal and wouldn't give a shit kind of thing.
Yeah, they just seemed very uninterested. Like, oh, we're gonna eat this shit whether or not you give it to us. So
Yeah, fuck that. But it was interesting that you spoke so highly of the giraffes because I just got done an episode with my buddy Sean. So, and guys, check that out because me and him were very intoxicated while doing this show. And I went a little rogue on April the giraffe and her calf, I think it's called. Again, I'm not sure. I think I called it a calf and then Joey and then other baby animal names, but I never got an answer. And you spoke so highly of them, and I didn't want to go into another April the giraffe rant, but, I just wanted to personally tell you that, like, fuck giraffe.
fuck giraffes.
They cooperated with you.
Yeah, and then they're like the only thing you see when as soon as you pull in the parking lot of this zoo, they were like right there. So,
Which zoo was it?
it was the Elmwood Zoo. It was in like King of Prussia, I believe.
Right.
We're up that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. My wife like picked it out. I think it's just to do something different. But it was good.
Oh.
Nice little day.
See monkeys?
Saw some spot monkeys. That's all I kept saying. A bunch of spot monkeys. All
right.
tiny.
So we were talking about our we both got new looks, everybody.
Oh yeah.
I no longer have the hair. I shaved the sides off and went with that undercut. You have no beard.
Yeah. I did.
And right now, you don't have glasses on either, so you're really fucking me up.
Yeah, I left them upstairs, actually. I put them on, and I was like, I'm going to keep them off.
I almost thought like a complete stranger was like just logged on. So you were telling me that you look like a what?
Like a very pale, like a vampire. Yeah, I get that a lot sometimes.
You get that a lot, even without the beard. Or do you?
Yeah. Especially without the beard, like I feel like I look super, super pale.
Oh yeah.
Like,
so
with it covers it up a little more.
So you get the vampire, and honestly, with what I've been compared to these past couple of days, I think I'd rather have the vampire comparison because apparently, if you've seen the wedding photos that I've had this past week, I when I put mousse in my hair and slick it to the side, I look like Hitler.
I look like no. You looked handsome. You looked handsome. You just got a lot of anti-Semitic friends. That's all.
Well, it was funny. It's funny because right before we logged on, you started doing the whole delete thing, and I thought you were doing the Heil Hitler thing.
Maybe I was.
Maybe you were, and I thought, like, wait, is he saying it too? So,
no.
Here's the deal with the Hitler thing. My hair was all types of crazy going on. I mean, it was a windy day. I got my hair completely. I did my hair at the very last minute, and my mustache, it grows darker than the rest of my facial hair. So it really stands out. So even now, like, it kind of looks like I got a little bit of Hitler going on, but there's no product in my hair. So, I don't know. I thought it was funny how you're getting vampire, I'm getting Hitler, and now people are thinking that I have gas chambers and I got... And it's like unanimous. Like, on that one post, I got people from work asking me how, I don't even know, like, how was ruling Germany or something. I'm like, the fuck? And then some guy,
Classic.
my best friend, he's showing it to everybody at work, and they're all like, oh, Adolf. And I'm like, my cousin, and it wasn't just a post. At the wedding reception, my cousin Jim comes up to me, has his kid with him. He goes, hey, little Jimmy, doesn't he look like Adolf? I'm like, oh, wow. Damn. So it's a unanimous decision that right now I look like Adolf Hitler, and think about getting a buzz cut. I don't know. We'll see.
What does Dana think?
Dana, what do you think? You're just sitting here staring at me like with a goofy ass smile.
I can see where everybody is getting the Hitler thing out. But like, if he did it the right way, his hair would look fine.
All right, so she also thinks I look like
She said the right way, not the Hitler way.
All
right.
Yeah, this is
Just
so not everybody gets
start it this way, then.
I'm just gonna,
Dude, spike it out.
Well, I was gonna do highlights actually on the wedding day, so I mean, I guess glad I didn't do that shit. But yeah, I thought that was funny. You know, everyone's Hitler and stuff. That's great news. Good job. All right.
Oh, that's great.
What else can we talk about here? Do you have anything else? Anything interesting going on?
Oh man, none. We're getting. I'm getting ready to move. Mention that. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. We're gonna be having.
You, been at the residence you're at right now?
I've been living here for October would have been 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, because my son's about to turn 6, and we moved in here like 2010, like 6 months before he was 7 months before he was born.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's gonna be weird, but
Nervous?
it's time to move on. Yeah.
End of an era, as you said in your the mini show. End of an era.
Yeah, I want to try to do one. I'm gonna do a lot of recordings, but I want to do one final recording down here and try to have just a bunch of people on. Just one little.
Are you like Are you gonna record episodes in bulk and release them while you get your next place set up, or you're also taking it on the road? Or?
Yeah, I think. Well, I have a couple. Like sometimes it works out with the notes on notes and the movie nights because I can get them done, and then it's kind of like they go out the last 2 weeks, so I have time to prepare stuff because I already have stuff ready to go out. Like this month's great because the notes on notes is already done. I just got to record both movies, but then I can look into the next month and figure out what. I try to, I have a schedule written down, like here, each month, everything. I try to stick to it, but it never really...
You're organized.
I wing it sometimes. I just see how
out.
many Mondays are in a month and then go, all right, I'm going to try to come up with shit for each week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to record a bunch of stuff, and then also I think still going to try to put fresh stuff out. Just when people I have on the show, it's just going to be a different location. You got to show up.
Yeah, nice. That is great. I think that's about it. I mean, we've been on here for like an hour now, so sounds about right.
Yeah.
So what's the next show that you're putting out? We're going to be putting out.
We have this, the Alan Cumming Notes on Notes. I think it's 15, or something like that. I can't even, what are we at? I think I have it written 15.
15. Notes
on Notes. It's the 15th Notes on Notes comes out this Monday. And, my website, which I've been promising for a long time, finally. I was going to hire people to work on it. And finally,
you just fucking did it.
Got work on it, and brocastpodcast.com is finally all up to date with all the links. There's the Amazon banner we have for our sponsors there. Everything's on the page now. You can stream it there. There's a player there and everything.
All right.
It looks amazing to what it did look like.
I wanted to ask, because I had heard that it got up and running and it's better and all that stuff. Does it have like a merch store for everybody?
Yes. And it actually, in the description for each episode that's there, all the links, it says the Brocast merch store. Click here. You click on the word here, and it brings you. It's brocastpodcast.spreadshirt.com. We got like hoodies, T-shirts, coffee mugs. I'm actually wearing the red one I got here.
Love it.
But yeah, you can. There's a bunch of different colors you can choose from, and it's actually like legit printing where it doesn't fall to shit after you wash it once. Which my first batch, when I did shirts originally, like in 2013, I ordered like a shitload. I had a huge box, and I was kind of selling them out of the box. Sold a bunch, doing like 2 or 3 washes. Everything started fading off, and I was just like, oh no! I was so embarrassed to like. Everyone had these shirts. I was like, sorry.
Growing pains, you know? That's great, though. I'm glad that the website's up. I'm going to put a link for that website. Once I figured out how to do that, I'll do that. And, you know, make sure people will go there. I specifically asked if the merch shop was there just so I can get my Brocast gear because I want to put it with it, even though it's about to be that dead of summer. But
for those cool summer nights.
Yeah, you know. I could have used it today. I was a little cold today. But yeah, man, that's awesome though. I'm so glad the website's up. I know you were talking about that when I was over there, and that's
it was just I'm not the greatest with everything I've done here. I've taught myself slowly, so that was one thing that was holding. But that's like a big thing though. So
yeah.
Thank God that's taken care of.
Very nice. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I did want to bring this up before I sign off here. The other day, me and Dana did a podcast on the wedding that we went to and also the stray dog that we found. And we would just like to say that the stray dog is back with its owner.
Nice.
Yes, we after a vigorous search, worldwide search, we went from Morel, to Somerton, to everywhere else in the neighborhood, worldwide. We kind of found the neighbors, or they kind of found us, posting pictures. We posted the pictures on Facebook, and we posted the pictures around maybe 6 o'clock. Didn't hear anything back until about 11:30 at night, when we already gave the dog to one of our friends to take care of, because we have 2 dogs of our own, and I ain't trying to have a third.
Yeah.
So we didn't hear about this dog till 11:30 at night from the owners, and it's like a 16-year-old kid hitting up Dana, and then I get a text message from a friend of the family, and they're all being real douchey. Like, yo, give me my dog back. And I was like, yo, I don't have it right now, but I'll give it back to you tomorrow. We didn't want to feel that we were holding the dog hostage.
Yeah, I mean,
after they were talking to me, the way they were talking to me and Dana, I kind of wanted to hold it hostage a little bit.
Ransom?
I don't know if you deserve this dog. Change your tone, and I'll give you the dog back.
Yeah, you're trying to be nice and help out the dog,
yeah. I mean, the girl, the daughter or whoever it was cool, but, the stepdad and the mom and then the friend that was hitting me up, it was a guy, he was, the dude was who hit me up, he was like, yeah, the dog is the dog of the owner of Mr. Cleanouts. I don't know if you've ever heard of Mr. Cleanouts, but apparently, I mean, I wouldn't expect anyone really to, but apparently it's a really popular, junk thing here in Morel, and never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I'm sure you've heard of it. I was like, actually, I have never heard of it, so now I don't even think you're talking about a real person. He's like, no, I'm a real family friend. I was like, all right, whatever. Dana was handling the whole thing anyway. I was just chilling and I get this message. But, I just wanted to update that, dog is back with its owner, hopefully. Hopefully it did not run away again.
Good.
But, always a
happy ending.
Always good to know that the dog is back to where it belongs. And now me and Dana can go back and trying to be active and stuff and playing baseball and football. Dude, we were so sore. I think we still are sore because we tried to do it again today, and it just wasn't working. We maybe lasted an hour. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is another Shoot the Shit episode with Topher McCann of the Brocast Podcast. Make sure to follow them on Twitter. Check out that revamped website that they have going on.
Woo!
Damn right. And make sure you check out the Alan Cumming Notes on Notes. What's the name of the album?
I bought a blue car today.
And when's it dropping?
Ooh. It drops this Monday. And yeah, if you want to listen to the album, it's on Spotify. But
There you go.
if not, you can listen to some of it with us.
Prep for the show. There we go. That sounds good. Also, guys, with my business here, sometime this week, and he doesn't know this yet until he listens to this, but I'm going to have my buddy from work. He was on doing the draft, Jim Zimmerman. Hopefully he can find some time to be on here. He's going to be I'm going to give him a chance to he's got a show coming up. He's going to be performing. He does a little he does some rapping on he has a whole SoundCloud thing going on. It's actually pretty damn good. He has an EP out called 4 Days, and I believe 4 Days 2, and he's coming out with 4 Days 3, and he's performing. I'm not quite sure where he's performing, but we're going to have him on here. I'm going to give him a shot to promote everything, and hopefully he can be on here. Hopefully he finds a time. I'm sure he can. Also, I'm still working on getting my fucking brothers on here. I think that would be like the most epic Mike Butler podcast that there ever will be. It'd be the biggest for sure. I've never had more than 2 guests on here, and now I'll have 3. So hopefully we can get them together. I'm still waiting to hear from one person, but if not, then we'll just have the 2 other brothers, which is fine by me. But other than that, guys, I don't have any other really planned shows for this week. But if I'm bored, and like I said, I'm on vacation till Sunday, so if I'm bored, then I can just shoot the shit with you guys, just hop on here and just fuck around a little bit. Toph, anything you want to leave the guys with?
No, thanks for having me on again. And
Hey, no
yeah,
problem.
whenever you need somebody, I'll be around. I'll be somewhere.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll talk in the future, but, I hope everything goes well with the relocation and everything. I know you just, good luck with all of that. And, guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Mike Butler 1127, Snapchat Butler 1127, Instagram Mr. Mike Butler 1127, Facebook, the name's Mike Butler, and also the Mike Butler podcast page. Make sure you follow that. It is no longer the Mike Butler wrestling page, podcast, whatever. It is the Mike Butler podcast page. Still getting a lot of good views on that and shares and everything. It's really great. You guys are really sharing it. Great job. Also, I'm still on YouTube. I just haven't done still on YouTube. I just haven't done a video one in a while. So, and, Dana knows how to do all the audio stuff for YouTube. And, she needs even Dana needs a vacation sometimes. So that's what she when she comes back, she's going to have a lot of audio stuff to do on YouTube. Trust me.
Dana.
Yeah, she's giving me a real bad look now, though. So with that, guys, we are out.